Hey, what's up everybody? This is Matt here with PacMotor, and I'm out here at the Kayak launch spot. I'm going to be demoing the latest update of the GPS navigation app. We have the first 10 circuit boards have arrived from the manufacturer, the ones that are fully completed, and they're not prototypes anymore, they're actually the real boards. So I have one of those boards installed into my Kayak and into the PacMotor. And I'm going to do a water test right now and show you guys the progress and how it's gonna go. Here's all the PacMotor gear. Here's the new PacMotor battery with the nice new display here with a one button. Shows you the battery level. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, there's one new feature that's gonna be really cool for the app. I'll show you that. Stay tuned, I'll show you that when I'm on the water. Here is this phone holder. It's really nice. And the PacMotor right here, and the joystick. So I'll get these set up now. All right, so I just got the PacMotor all installed. Like I've said before in some previous videos, that we like to connect this on after you get your bottom strap adjusted. You pull the PacMotor back, then you loop through this extra secure. Keep that nice and tight. Just got everything hooked up. Here's the joystick remote. I'm gonna turn that on, and then we have this new safety switch button that we're going to have as an option. We recommend it. You can turn on your PacMotor like that. I already have the joystick turned on, so it will automatically connect. And then you'll see I have the motors forward, right, left. And there's all kinds of road construction going on, and they have the Kayak launch spot just pretty much blocked. But luckily I can just sneak by this equipment and then still get there. It's really low tide, so it wasn't as easy because the water wasn't over these rocks, but I was able to do it. So let's get started. Drop the motors into the water, and I'm gonna use the new easy pin. So you pull out. This is the best new feature. It's the easy pins where you can pull out, turn 90 degrees and let go, and it will be in lock out mode, which is free mode. So you can easily with one hand come back here, lift the PacMotor up, and when you want to drop the motors in, you pull it out, you drop them in, and then to lock them you just use one hand to pull out and then back. And then you might have to wiggle it for it to find the lock, but once it does, it will snap all the way down. One hand. So I'll do the same for the other side. You pull out, turn it, it's locked out mode. You can pull back, turn it back, it's locked in. So we're good to go. And then I just quickly turn on the remote, and then let me turn the power onto the battery. And then ready to start controlling your Kayak with the joystick. I still am always going to love the handheld joystick. This thing is the best. It's so fun. It's so easy just to control your motor and your position. But I'm going to show you guys the PacMotor app here next. You can see it's loading now, and you can see that you can hit search for devices. So once your PacMotor is plugged in and turned on, you can press search for devices, and it'll find PacMotor Master, and you can click on that, and then you have the application loading up. So the first thing I can show you is, let me show you the new feature, the battery. How cool is this? So actually my battery is not at the correct setting, so let me switch the settings. So what you can do is switch the type of battery you have. I have a 5-cell lithium phosphate. So if you click here, 5-cell lithium phosphate, that would be the correct battery. So my battery actually is at about 70% right now. It's the 16 volt battery. So I don't have a fully charged battery right now, but that's plenty to go out in the water for several hours. So it's gonna have fun. So how cool is that? So you can switch that. You can choose if you have a 4-cell lithium ion, 5-cell lithium ion, or 12 volt lead acid battery like the marine batteries, or a 4-cell lithium phosphate was what was the default setting. That was our first battery pack, but then we upgraded to the 16 volt battery, which is a 5-cell lithium phosphate, and that is the setting I have here. So we're at about 70%, and then here's the joystick. It's the same as like the hardware joystick. You can see the motors on and off. And then we have our anchor here, our heading lock, and our waypoints. We open up waypoints, and you can see where I'm at. I'm about to launch here and then come out here and try our waypoint navigation. And I'm going to show you guys how to do the calibration and the setup for GPS for the first time. Alright, so first thing you do is you want to turn on your PacMotor, which I already have turned on, and then you want to open up your app. Then you want to hit search for devices and click PacMotor. And you can see the menu has changed somewhat since some of the past videos. But you can see calibrations at the top, and then you have spot lock here, heading lock there, and waypoint navigation here, and then a disconnect button here. You also have the home page, joystick, and battery. So go back to main, and you want to hit spot lock, or you want to hit calibration, and it will acquire the GPS location. You can see that I'm going to turn my boat to the right to try to get, I know my boat needs to be facing exactly north, which is be that way. So I'm going to use these little quick control buttons to kind of just spin me facing just north. Okay, so I know that's north. So then what I can do now is use these fine adjustments here to try to make my arrow point up north. Okay, so now I can fine adjust with these little close ones here. Now this is all lining up forward, that's lining forward, and then I'll hit save calibration. And that's it. And then we'll save that for future use, so you won't have to do that again. But if it ever falls out of calibration, you can come here and redo it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring up the joystick control and just kind of take myself out here a little ways in the middle, and then set up some waypoints to show you guys how that works. Let me just set up some waypoints. So you open up waypoints, it's going to say acquiring GPS signal first, and then it will bounce you to right where you're at. And then what you can do is kind of put some points on the map here. 1, 2, 3, and then you can hit start navigation, and now you can see I'm kind of facing left of this first point. So when I hit start, it should automatically turn me to the right. There we go. Alright, and then it's going to head me to that point, and I can increase the speed if I want to go faster, or if I want to go slower, I can go down to a cruise, like a 50%, or any, this is a slider, so you can go from 1% speed to 100% speed. Alright, this is great. You can see that it's following me on this path here. I can zoom in a little bit if I want to. And this is perfect because say I wanted to fish this area, all I have to do is set this up, and then now I'm 100% hands-free. I can put the camera on the ground, and setting up my fishing gear and start fishing. It does autonomous driving. So I can actually just set up patrolling. It can just be trolling right now, and it's going to continue to the first waypoint. I'm just going to keep you guys on camera while this is running, so you can see it go from the first waypoint to the second and make that 90-degree turn while I'm just fishing here. You can also adjust the landing point radius. There's a tolerance to see how tight you want it to make it into that first point before it says it reached it. I think at the default's like 35 feet wide. You can go up to 75, or you can go really tight down to like 20 feet. But it's defaulted right now at 35 feet. So if I land anywhere within that circle of 35 feet, it should say waypoint 1 is reached, and then it will go to the next waypoint. You can see it's trying, there we go. It's trying to turn me to the right now. You can see it's got 100% left motor and a little bit of right, and now it's going to 100% right, 100% left, and 95% right. So it's still kind of trying to turn me a little bit to the right, but that's because that was the direction I needed to go. So that's just kind of some digital output you can see. So I'm still trolling. I'll just put this in the holder. Maybe I'll catch a fish while we're demoing this. Also, if this is trolling too fast, because this is a pretty good speed, this is probably about 4 miles an hour with this kayak. Some kayaks go a little bit faster, some go a little bit slower, between 3 and 5 miles an hour. But if I wanted to troll slower, which that might be too fast for that type of lure, while it's running the course, you can adjust the speed. So there's no issue with adjusting the speed while you're running the course. You can also pause at any time and then restart at any time. So this is very cool. I'm going to show you guys what it does on point 2. So this will be kind of a longer video, but just wanted to show you how it would go to point 2, and I'll probably cut the video there. But let me increase your speed so I'll get there faster. It also shows how many feet you are to your next waypoint and the percentage of the complete course. So I'm 86% through the course, and I'm on waypoint 3 or 3. So just some more statistics you can have for fun. We're almost at point 2. Yep, waypoint 2 is reached, and now I'm turning right again, heading back towards point 3. It's a lot of waves right now. And the PacMotor, it's got this new heat cooling system here at the top. So the cool thing about it is if you got one of these kind of plates on your PacMotor, you know you have the GPS capable unit. So that was a quick demo of the PacMotor GPS waypoint navigation system that you can hook up to your phone. Just get the PacMotor app and buy the PacMotor, and it's all integrated. Let me demo how spot lock works. So you open up spot lock here, and it'll show you position. You're kind of facing south. Let's say I wanted to face more towards this pole over here. What I can do is you can hit lock position right here, but in case there's a current flowing, so there's a current flowing, say this direction, I drop a pin on here, and what it's going to try to do is keep me in my position and facing towards that spot lock. So then I hit lock, and it will spin me around and then line me up with this spot lock position here, and then it's going to try to hold me in that direction. So now my spot lock is going to be in this direction, and it's going to do its best to try to keep that position. And if you have like a large amount of current, what you can do is release this, and you can increase the motor thrust. You can increase the GPS radius so that you give yourself a little bit more chance to stay on. So then I can clear this and say I want to put it over in this direction, hit lock, and now it's going to spin me faster and then keep me facing this direction here and in that location. So a spot lock feature has been the most challenging to develop, but this is what we got so far, and we're going to improve this. Saying, hey, let me take myself out there. The perfect situation for that is heading lock. So you can come over here and you can just hit lock current heading, and then you can put the cruise up to 100% if you plan on going a long distance, and it's going to take you in that direction and not veer off anywhere. And so I figured this would be a perfect time to show you guys the heading lock, which is a really cool feature. And say you did want to kind of course correct, you can hit this right 5 degrees, and you can see how it moved that over, but now it's going to try to readjust me to that position, and then go full speed with both motors, which you can see that right there. So this is a super cool feature. I love this heading lock feature. Alright, so I'll end the video there. That's the demo of the GPS PacMotor. If you want to learn more, go to PacMotor.com. Don't forget, if you don't want to use your phone, you can just use the regular PacMotor joystick. Just control your kayak like this. Super easy. Hey guys, I'm Matt with PacMotor, and I'm here just reading a few comments, and this one's so funny. I see this all the time. Paddle the damn thing like it was designed to be, you lazy bastards. Let's face it, sometimes you just want to go out and enjoy the water, and actually not have to make it a workout. And you know, you have a kayak, you have a paddleboard, and you want to go a long distance and just enjoy the water.
Bro, this thing is wild, bro.
You know, it doesn't always have to be for a workout. So that's why a lot of people like motors, because you're going to go farther, you're going to travel easy, you can just enjoy the water, nature, fishing, whatever you want to do. For this example, there's a guy who bought PacMotor, and then he bought a second one for his wife because his wife couldn't keep up. And so he bought a second one. Now they both have them. So it's a perfect example of why you may want to have PacMotor, just so you don't leave your family behind. So if you have kids, buy more than one, buy two, because it's a lot funner to go out in the water with a friend or family member, and you guys can both take PacMotors and travel real far and just have a real fun time.
I am cruising down the Silver Springs River. I'm going upstream, and this is the reason why I got the PacMotor. So I have it on cruise control, and I'm just cruising away, and I love it. So all you people that don't realize how good the PacMotor is, it is wonderful. I am 59 years old. I put it on all by myself. I have a battery, and it is wonderful. So I love kayaking, but you know, it does get to be a struggle going upstream, and for that reason I use the PacMotor. I also use it for fishing in lakes, so it is wonderful. And I'll show you a picture of the back. So if you can see, they are in the water and it is going great. So it is for real. It's wonderful.
And so that's, you know, that's how I respond to those comments. Like, you know, just paddle like it's meant to be in a kayak. Yeah, that's why we designed it, so you can fold the motors up and you can paddle. But if you get tired or you want to go further, drop the motors into the water, use the joystick. It's going to assist you. It's going to have you travel a lot farther. So these are just some comments that I'm reading, and I just want to respond to those and just inform people why motors are also cool to go with your kayak. Here's a fun one that really made me laugh. This guy, Anthony, wrote, I came across you guys' PacMotor on an advertisement or one of our social media posts, and he says, I don't even own a kayak, but after seeing PacMotor, I want one. So I thought that was really funny because this guy doesn't even have a kayak, and he saw the way PacMotor functions and the way you have joystick control and you can just do 360-degree turns on a dime and just have a lot of fun in the water. He's like, why am I not out there doing that? And I totally get it. Like, a lot of people see this motor, and first thing they think is, how has that not been invented yet? And how can I get one for my kayak? And just wants to go look into it further. But this guy doesn't even have a kayak, and he wants to get one because of the way it controls on the water. Like, most people have never seen a kayak turn that way, or being able to like use a joystick to operate your kayak. And it just brings like so much more fun to the whole adventure. Like, you can go further, you can control like no differential thrust. That's why we have two motors, because it gives you that kind of like that wheelchair on the water type feeling where you can just like spin like this and go forward and backwards, all just using your thumb. And it just frees up your hands. You can be casting a pole, you can be doing videotaping on the water, you can just go for miles. And those are all the things you get with a PacMotor. And also PacMotor, the reason why it's called PacMotor because it folds up into a small. See, this is how it looks when it's like extended out, but when it's folded up, it's very small and compact. This is just one of the parts that I'm laying around. But that's how we got the name PacMotor. You can put it on a backpack and put it in a backpack, wear it, and travel with it. And so if you don't have a kayak, you can actually rent a kayak and just put your PacMotor on there without damaging the hull. And you can go out there and have a great time on the water. So reading this guy's comment, I appreciate that comment, Anthony, because it's really kind of cool. People haven't seen a motor like this, and now it motivates them to get a motor like this and get out in the water and enjoy having fun out there in nature, and that's what we're all about. One thing is super clear, that PacMotor has definitely become like the ultimate hint dropping thing. Like let me give you an example. Like, Zach here is like tagging his brother, and his brother jumps right in and says, yeah, we definitely need this. I love seeing that. And I feel like what people see in PacMotor is not just like it's a cool gadget for your kayak, but it's like the machine that's gonna get you to where you want to go. It's like they see the vision with PacMotor, like, oh man, I could go way further. I can spin on a dime. Like, I can catch way more fish. So it's not just like what the thing is, but like what they can do with PacMotor. I feel like that's what they're seeing, and it's clear because also people like Charlie or Bob, or even Becky here. This is my favorite one. Becky tags and says my birthday's coming up, and like I want one. So I feel like it's like the perfect Christmas gift or like a birthday gift for somebody, because it's not something you're gonna use once and throw away. This is something that you're gonna have all the time and use over and over and over. Anytime you go fishing, you can even have fun with your friends with it because it's got enough power. You can like tie up another kayak and just pull them along, and just have a great trip on the water. So I just love seeing comments like this where people are tagging each other. That just shows that there's definitely value in this and people want to share it and show other people. Here's another question I get quite often. If PacMotor is in operation and you hit something under the water, is it going to break the PacMotor, or the motor's going to break off? And the answer to that is no. The reason why is because we thought about that first, and we designed the system to have a little bit of flexibility from the bottom strap that holds PacMotor on, where if you were to run into something, it's going to bend back like this. and then what that's going to do is just bounce you right over that object. And so that is the way that we solve that to protect your kayak from, you know, getting your motor from getting damaged. And another way we have protection from that. Here's a piece of the side. What we call this the lower knuckle. This lower knuckle right here is designed with cast aluminum, and same with this joint here is designed with cast aluminum. And so that strengthened this joint here by 50x of what our original design was, just to protect from that. And right here, this is where the pin would be, where you pull in and out, where the motor swings up and down. And under like the worst case scenario, if you were to hit something and there's just nowhere for it to go, this pin right here is easily replaceable. You can just unscrew it, and we sell replacement pins right here. That pin right there is designed to shear first. So if anything were to bust, this would shear right here first, and then the motor would swing up. And that's designed so that we can unscrew that pin and screw it back in. And so those are our two safety measures for that. And we sell services online on our websites. If you've ever run into any problems, you can just contact us, and we have a process to repair any items.